is Gaylord Oklahoma Memorial in Norman. All games might count the same, but some carry a little more juice. And when you get to this point in the season, a couple of teams in the top 10 fighting for their playoff lives and positioning, this one feels a little special. It's the North Dakota State Bison and the Oklahoma Sooners. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sideline. Holly?
I caught up with Oklahoma's head coach before the game. He loves how his team has come out and dominated in the conference so far this season, but he understands the road gets even harder now. He's talked to his team about getting off to a fast start, and that's important to set the tone here today. They want to keep that undefeated streak alive in conference play, but it all begins right now. We'll see if they can do it against a very tough opponent. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And North Dakota State will have the football first as their offense heads onto the field. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to run it. Still on his feet at the 35. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. They'll try it over the left side. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run him again. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is to be able to hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more comfortable. The defense feels a little bit uneasy. The offensive line gets settled in. Nice start by this offense.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Hand off from the shotgun. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Makes the grab. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. From the gun, he'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. This matchup, two teams in the top 5, just sort of whets the appetite for what we're going to see in the playoff, guys.
The selection committee is watching this one very closely because, David, both of these teams are easily talented enough to win it all, but only one can walk out of here with a dub.
Right, and what does it do? It sets up the seeding, right? It sets up the buys. It sets up the whole future of the college football playoff, and I think you want to punctuate that. You want to leave a lasting impression late in the season on the committee and show them that, hey, we're the best in the country.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Complete to the left. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Lost the throw on 1st. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
this defense looked pretty good last week. Of course, they had 2 sacks, and their coaching staff told us they really wanted to be able to build on that. Great news, they've already registered a sack here early in this game.
Wants to go up top on second down. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
And no sting for this team. I tell you what, when you drive the field against a really, really good defense and you have an opportunity to get points, you got to capitalize on them now. And that one will sting a little bit because I thought the offense did a good job moving the ball down the field.
After the miss on the 47-yard field goal attempt, they'll put it in play from their own 30-yard line. Play action on first down. Unleashes one. Caught, it's cracked. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. And this passing game has him calling Boomer and answering Sooner again.
And they're starting to get this crowd jacked up and this crowd riled.
Snags it, and there's running room. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And this defense gets the first sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week only had 2 sacks for this defense. They got to continue to put pressure and get that guy to the ground.
So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass on second down. Between the hashes, it's Wall. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Shotgun snap on third down. Caught just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's got it down the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. The completion picked up 6 yards on first down, now 2nd and 4. Motion from the wide receiver. Run in the red zone, it's cracked. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The Sooners are threatening on 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. Gets rid of it.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go from there.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Let's it fly. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field with the windows closed so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
The play fake. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
Setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The punt team makes its way onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Long way to go on 2nd down. Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8. 3rd and long right here. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
The Sooners will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
2nd down to the air. Fires to the big fella. Show him a little juke, and he's up to the 30 before he's brought down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Turns into the pile. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looking for room. Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Left side is cracked. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. They want to throw it. In the backfield, it's cracked. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. moving in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, we talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
And the Sooners decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Guys, here on the North Dakota State sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to give more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. They'll flip it out to the back of the screen. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Big hit knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a fourth down. They bring the punter onto the field now. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Throws to the tight end. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Second and long here. From the gun, he'll try to throw. On the move, he fires. He's got it. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. And another big play from a Sooner receiver. We've seen that before. Some places you might get grades like C, D, all A-pluses here.
And he grabbed it like a lamb and serving up busted chops like you've seen this offense do so many times in the past.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Red pass, it's complete. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
Caught over the middle. It's Pitts. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The Sooners go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Second and inch is a really good time to take a shot. Motion from the wideout. Throws it off the RPO. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Out wide left, it's House. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Stepping to the right. Had to throw it before he wanted. Unloads in the nick of time.
That really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Josh gets rid of that one.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
Not a lot of room to field this one. And the returner is stopped. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, baby.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Grab behind the line. It's Wall. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. From the gun. They're working that left side. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Breaks into the open. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
And we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
Caught in the backfield. It's Wall. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quarterback keep. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Trying to squeak through the pile. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The Sooners kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. A first down run on the doorstep. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pratt. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Third and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Pack's got it on the screen. He stopped short of the goal line, couldn't find his way in, and it'll bring up fourth and goal. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll have to be precise from the left hash in this short angle. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Drops back on first down. Caught. At the 40, there he goes. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. This quarterback needs to stay true to his mechanics. He just sort of heaved it up off the back foot.
And these mechanics are crazy. You see all these quarterbacks on the field with towels before games and doing that little salsa thing that you see quarterbacks with their hips, you know, popping through. But it makes sense because you have to have that good, strong base underneath you. Otherwise, you start to sail that football and miss your target.
They'll throw on third and short. Finds his big tight end. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Snap on first down, wants to throw. He's going to let it go. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Now, the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Finds his man. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Men don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that 3rd down. And now the offense is in an interesting situation.
Absolutely perfect. That gets them back to within 10.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Hand it to the back. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues to run. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We start with Arizona taking on the number 16 team, the UCLA Bruins. And it's the Wildcats, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. The win puts them a game over 500 as this group looks to stabilize its season. Here now a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the ACC. Now back to your game in Norman. So far today, the most dominant player on the field has been that DB. Pass breakups, shutting down one side of the field. He's been a one-man wrecking crew, and he's played a big part in this halftime lead. And with that, let's head back to Oklahoma and Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
I caught up with Oklahoma's head coach coming out of the locker room. He is so excited about how his quarterback has performed. They did have a lot of high expectations for him, and he has lived.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And you can't start the half any better than that. You talk about going in, making halftime adjustments, talking about what they did. It looks like they knew exactly what they were going to do. Come out, read the pass, break on the football, make the pick, and draw first blood here in the third quarter.
This offense has it with really good field position. Working the ground game. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
1st and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. From the gun, looking for a man. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He splits the uprights. This is now a 7-point game.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll return it. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And the Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Driven back.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. Could not make his way to the corner. The Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. On his way back from the 20. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. 2nd down, going to throw it. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking the shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. We'll Oklahoma sends the offense out, ready to go on the attack. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. From the gun, the running back has it. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this one.
He unleashes a long one. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they used the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Second down, gonna throw it. Oh, pressure's coming. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown Sooners. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. The offense goes back to work, and the defense is keeping them in it right now. They just really haven't gotten much done when they've had the football. Right side, it's Isaac. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. Pulls it in. It's House.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Wants to go up top on second down. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to keep it in the air. Gets open down the middle. And he'll get behind those pads and deliver the blow and get it down to the 44. He'll send out 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 4. The snap sets up to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Well, this offense has really struggled so far early in this game, and the passing game particularly. A lot of that is on the quarterback, but at some point you need guys to step up and help him out. That was a very good throw. His receiver has got to be able to make that catch. It just takes one play to get momentum and build some confidence, but the guys around the quarterback, they've now got to step up for this offense.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Trying to establish the run. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Give to the back. Sees an alley. There he goes. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains and got a first down in the red zone.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Sells the run, wants to pass. Got it. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his second touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
And he tacked on the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. Still running at the 40. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. They put the brakes on it.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It was starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Now on the move. He's past the marker. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Pulls it and runs it again. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Trying to pick up a first down.
Here we go, ready. Blue 22.
Always impressive to grind through in the late season and get a solid victory, and now it just keeps rolling as we turn our attention to what's in store for next week. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up. just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
The Sooners line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Going to field this one in tight quarters. He's got great speed. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. He's looking deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Snapped it in the shotgun. They're all over it. And they got it.
As a defensive lineman, let me tell you something. This is hunting season. This is when you pin your ears back and you absolutely fly to the quarterback, and you can see it. They know it's pass, and they get to him again.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He's got it. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Touchdown, North Dakota State. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on board.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
Getting set for the point after. Splits those uprights right in half. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Takes the easy one to the back. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. New set of downs after the completion. Straight ahead, it's Perkins. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Took a shot as he threw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. He's looking downfield to throw. Out wide right, it's Dennis. They get him stopped, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And the Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. And down he goes. The defense making a huge play, but there are penalty markers out. Let's sort it out. You might get away with grabbing just about anything except the face mask. Got to keep those hands below the face mask. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires to the wideout. That pass is incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Now, when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
Back to pass on second down. Timed it perfectly to knock him free and forces the third down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Drag to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this defense.
So here comes the Oklahoma offense. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Sells the run, looking to pass. Makes the grab. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the wide receiver. Second down to the air. Caught behind the line. It's Perkins. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Rush right in his face. Right side, it's Dennis. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. The Sooners will punt this one away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Wants to throw on first. Finds the tight end. They stop him just a league or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off, and even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks? That's just ridiculous.
He's changing the play. They'll run it. There's some daylight. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Throwing right. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Kick is in the air. On the return. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Looking for a crease. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I tell you what, 4th quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
On the draw, it's Perkins. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Face mask penalty cost the D 15 yards and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running inside, it's Perkins.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Quick completion to the right. That's his first catch of the season. They believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early. It's 3rd down, and they have to get it to the 42 to move the sticks. From the gun, wants to pass. Extending the play. Going to try to get it himself. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try along. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Well, players don't really like kickers, but if this guy bangs through this 60-yarder, he'll be the toast of the team. Punt is on its way. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense. Defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Here we go, ready. Blue, 22, go!
To the ground. He's got it again. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking for running room. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.